Yo, it's your boy Marcus and we're back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the COD Mobile World Championships, just the overall series today, the grand finals. Just kind of wanted to talk about this because I hadn't actually sat down and watched COD Mobile competitive in quite some time, and it's changed a lot. Like I remember watching, was it Tribe back in the day? They won the first one with like Space and Vague and maybe whoever else was there. I feel like I watched that one and I was like into that tournament then. And then, I kind of fell out of it right after that. So I just haven't really paid much attention to it. I do know a few things, like a lot of the better teams are like the China teams, the maybe India or Asia, or those like APAC, I think is what they're called. Those APAC teams are a lot better on the mobile side of things than they are than like the US teams are, or maybe any of the other teams. I don't really know because I don't keep up with it. So I know on the console, because I watch the console ones, I don't miss any events for console Call of Duty competitive. So I know like the APAC teams, the APAC players, they generally, they don't make it to the actual competitive scene because I don't know what the reason is, but usually it's dominated by pretty much solely American and Canadian players. A lot of Canadian players in the CDL. Like a lot. I don't remember what the number is, but I don't know. I would say like there's at least 10. There's also a bunch of like EU guys, so the EU people running it, like Kleenex and stuff. So I keep up with that stuff. Haven't really kept up with the COD Mobile World Championships at all up until now, and I decided to sit down today and I watched Bobby Plays' stream. Shout out Bobby Plays for streaming it. I enjoyed it. And I watched the whole series, and it was actually really entertaining. I thoroughly enjoyed it. There are some things I wanted to talk about with it though, because what you see there in that game, right? If you went and watched the grand finals, it was Q9 versus Elevate. What you should see there is exactly what you should see in the ranked side of things. Like they have the USS9 banned. Nobody's using the USS9. Why is that not a thing here, right? Wouldn't this game be better right now if the USS9 was banned? I'm not, I personally am asking to ban all kinds of stuff. But if they just ban like the major things, right? Just ban the USS9, right? You have no desire to ever actually nerf the gun, so just ban it. That way we don't have to deal with it as a community. Right? That seems fair. So it's really good to see that they actually have some of that stuff in. There's also things they don't have banned, like the Type 63. So I think I watched like 3 straight maps. Like, they had crossfire control, which it looks like it played horribly. I feel bad for them playing that crap. That's awful. But yeah, the meta, I guess, that what everybody was using was an HSO and a Type 63 with a machine pistol or a melee. That's pretty crazy. I didn't see any wild cards, I don't think. I did notice a few things, and the casters kind of brought it up, and Bobby said it, that they're waiting for their specialists to charge. The whole team on both sides is solely waiting for specialists to charge up so that they can actually make a play and move in. And that's something that is, with specialist type games like Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, IW, on console, you kind of do play like that. But man, it just seemed like the whole game came to a standstill because people were getting close to specialists. And I think that's something that that should not be the factor for the game. So I would hope that they nerf all of the load times for the specialists going forward. Just all of them. Hit them all. That way you're just not... The game isn't so over-reliant on specialist usage, essentially. But yeah, so the metas I really only saw a handful of guns. HSO being the big one, man. A lot of people using the HSO. Crazy that's what's going on with this game at this point, is that the HSO is that commonly used. The Type 63 XM4 was the main AR I saw. I wonder if they have I did see some Odins. I would like to include that in there. I don't know why the USS9 is not allowed to be used, but the Odin is. That really doesn't make any sense to me personally. And then you had the VMP was probably the only SMG I saw in any of the matches, right? I saw quite a few VMPs. They have the mythic one, so I don't blame them. That thing feels great when you use it. The machine pistol and the Tundra. Didn't see any other snipers. Didn't see any other pistols. So pretty interesting combination of weapons to see them using. I do not like shotguns in competitive like that, like a pump action shotgun, where you're just like, I don't know, man. They're getting kills at absurd ranges with it. And I'm just like, I remember when the game came out and the HSO was hands down the worst gun in the game. Like, it was like, oh, you're using that gun? Like, what the hell are you doing, bro? You know, in like the last couple of years, it's been so good. Not only in like the competitive scene, I guess, where it's just gotten so many buffs, but in BR side, man, the HSO was probably the go-to shotgun for a bit. And maybe now, I think the KRM is probably a little better for a BR side, or more used. Specialists, though, the ones I saw, Sparrow, I started using the Sparrow again after this gameplay you're seeing here, and I was like, man, I used to be so good with it when it came out because it was so broken, and I stopped using it when they nerfed it. But I guess it's kind of good again, so maybe I'll start whipping out the Sparrow some more. It's been a while. I just never really use it because after they hit it with that nerf, I didn't care for it. But I saw a ton of Sparrows. Annihilator, that's a pretty common one. It's probably my favorite specialist. War Machine, saw a bunch of those. Not a big fan of War Machine myself. Death Machine, also not a fan of Death Machine myself. I play on 300 sensitivity, so it makes it difficult to control that Death Machine like that. That's just me. Equalizers, I don't know. That should be banned. I don't know what the hell they're doing with that. Those things are so overpowered. And then the Tempest. I'm not a big Tempest guy in this game. It used to have to charge up. I don't know what they've done with that, but in like BO4 when the Tempest didn't have to charge up, I love the Tempest, so I'm a big fan of that. Kind of talked about the band guns, so I wonder, I would like to see a rule set. I didn't actually see one when I was looking it up, but I think there is a rule set for this, so that's pretty cool. Added maps, the crossfire control, kind of, like I said, man, I don't know who the fuck would ever want to play that. Like, honestly, it is, I was watching it and I was like, man, this is so bad. This is like, this might be the worst map in the game. I'm so glad I haven't played this at all. Like, it's actually terrible. It just doesn't, the flow looks awful. Crossfire is not a good map. It's an iconic map. It's been around since the dawn of Call of Duty in COD 4. But, man, not good at all. Just a terrible playing map for competitive. That being said, I saw the venue and the stage. I think the venue and the stage looked great. I believe it was in Poland, if my memory serves me right. I looked it up, but that's pretty cool. I heard about some controversy, I believe, with like Q9 or no, Godlike and S8 or whatever they're called, like not being able to go there because of visa issues. So they like made their own team. That's gotta suck, man. Biggest tournament of the year, and you're not allowed to play with your team because of visa issues. You'd think these people would have to get that figured out like beforehand, right? And we see the same thing in the CDL, visa issues causing people to not be able to play. Yeah, that's nuts. The best player I saw from what I was watching, the Ulan guy for Q9. I don't know if he got MVP. I didn't see it, but if he didn't get MVP, he should have. I think that guy was flying. Every time I felt like they were on his screen, he was doing some shit. So I thought he was cool. Cool trophy. Overall, I think the trophy was like a basic like gold trophy, but I think it was nice. You know what I mean? It had some nice touches to it. Overall, I really enjoyed that. At least that one match. I didn't watch the whole event or anything like that. I didn't watch any qualifiers or whatever they had to do to get there. Hadn't really watched any other events this season, so yeah, pretty cool though. I did enjoy it. I do think, I guess I was kind of rooting for Elevate because that was the one org I knew. Elevate was in like competitive Call of Duty on console for a bit, so I was like, hey, I know Elevate from Black Ops 3, with like Facento and whoever else was on that team, TP maybe. But Q9 won 4-3. I think they came through winners bracket, so they got an extra map, so they only had to win 3 maps, which is, you know, that's the winners bracket advantage, I assume. That being said, thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like, comment, subscribe. It's been your boy Marcus from More City. I'm out. Peace.